Today we'll be looking at joint variation. Now in joint variation, one of the variable is dependent on the product or quotient of two or more variables. For instance, if I have x equals k and k y z, you can see x variable is dependent on the product of y and z, or it can be x equals k y over z. Now, x variable is dependent on the quotient of y and z. So when you have an expression like that, you know you have a joint variation. Now we're going to solve this problem. Now the problem says that if x varies directly as the square of y and inversely as the cube root of z, now I'm going to write that x varies directly as the square of y and inversely as the cube root of z. Now I'm going to replace the sign of proportionality with an equal k sign. I'll replace it with an equal k sign. So my expression becomes x equals ky squared over the cube root of z. Now the question says if x is 3 when y is 2 and z is 64, write an expression of x in terms of y and z. So I'll go back to this expression, x equals ky squared over the cube root of z. So x is 2, I'm going to plug, x is 3, I'm going to plug in 3, this is k dot y is 2 squared over the cube root of 64. So 3 will be equals to k dot 2 squared is 4 over the cube root of 64 is also 4. So if 4 comes to 4, so k is equals to 3. So here my constant k is 3. Now the next question, so since k is 3, now the question says I should express x in terms of y and z. I'll go back to this. So x will now be equals to, the constant is 3, y squared, I'm going to plug in 3 here, over the cube root of z. So this expression is the a part of it, which is x in terms of y and z. So the b part of it says find x when y is 4 and z is 27. So I'll come to this expression. B, I want to find x. I know that I have from here 3 times y is what? 4 squared over z is the cube root of 27. So x will be 3 times 4 squared is 16 over the cube root of 27 is 3. 3 comes to 3, so x is 16. So the b part, the cube root of so the b part x is 16. I want to look at the c part. I want to find y. So I'll go back to the same expression. X equals 3y squared over the cube root of z. So I'm going to express 3y squared equals x dot the cube root of z. So because I want to find y, I think it's advisable for me to divide both sides by 3, and then I have y squared equals x dot the cube root of z over 3. Then I can find the square root of both sides. I can find the square root of both sides. So this cancels this. So y will be, so the square root of all of this. So yeah, now I can plug in the value of x is 3. I'm going to plug in 3 here. 3 times z. Z is 8. So I'm going to do the third root of 8 over 3. So y will be, the third root of 8 is 2. So I have, this is 3 times, the third root of 8 is 2 over 3. 3 cancels 3. So y is root 2. Now, so this is the C part of it. Now, the D part of it, the question says find Z when X is 9 and Y is 3. So we need to express Z in terms of X and Y. So I'll come here, I'm going to do, I'll cross multiply, so I have X dot the third root of Z equal 3y squared. So the next 3y squared. The next thing to do is to divide both sides by x, so x cancel x. So the third root of z equals 3y squared over x. Now I need to get rid of the cube root, so I'm going to find the cube of both sides to remove the roots. I'm going to find the cube of both sides, so this cancels this. So therefore, I'm going to come here, z will be equals to 3y squared over x all cubed. So I'm going to plug in the values of x and y into this expression. So here, 3 multiplied by y is 3, so I'm going to write 3 squared over x is 9, I'm going to plug in 9, all cubed. So this is z equal, this is 3 times 3 squared is 9 over 9 all cubed. So 9 cancel 9, I have 3. So 3 cubed will be 27. So z is 27. Thanks for watching my video. You can always subscribe on my channel. God bless you. God bless you. Bye.